Hello, greetings ladies and gentlefish, this is Lord Chipmunk, and the replay I have for you today is from the Matilda 4, that's the Lend-Lease Matilda, the Russian Tier 5 Premium Medium Tank. Now I must confess, I like my Matildas. There are 3 different Matildas in the game, and I own them all. 2 of them are premium, 1 of them is the regular British Matilda. So what do you get with it? Well, you get reasonable armour. It's kind of KV1 levels of thickness-ish. You've got spaced armour on the sides. You've got quite a slow tank. 610 health is on the high side for a Tier 5 medium, but it's kind of in line with the other Tier 5 premium medium tanks. The gun on it, well, it's basically the stock gun from the KV1, 75mm gun, so you're looking at, if anyone who's played that, you'll know it's not very good. You're looking at 110 damage, 86 penetration. Ugh. And you can't really just spam gold ammo to make up for that, because you only get 102 penetration with gold ammo. Now you can see I have a stock of 5 APCR shells on this thing. I don't think I've ever actually fired any of them. Now one thing you've just noticed me demonstrating there is one of the best things about this tank, the truly phenomenal gun depression. Absolutely astounding. Anyway, so I was initially going to head off into the town, because I'm quite heavily armoured, so, you know, why not. I have noticed that we don't really have much on the left-hand flank down the 1 and 2 line, and that's making me a little bit nervous, I must confess. Now I can't actually remember, but the Matilda 4 feels faster than the British Tier 4 Matilda. But that might just be my imagination, I can't honestly remember. I haven't actually had this tank that long, got it comparatively recently. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm not under any illusions that it's particularly good, but I have good fun in it. I think this is probably my best game to date in it, and you can see I've just said RTV, returning to base, because they've got tanks. The enemy has tanks down the 1-2 line. We're looking a little bit ropey down there, so I go to help out. This game in general it's quite close. There's a rock. Yeah, them driving skills. Whoops. You know, I don't. It's not like I pull out a Kolobanov's medal or anything like that, but it's quite a close game. And oh, hello, Mr. Lee. I have a couple of shots just in case I hit him. I don't think I do, but you know, whatever. Why not? This gun is not very accurate either. Basically, the gun is not very good. It's just about adequate. But you do get premium matchmaking in this thing, so you will never see Tier 7 tanks. And hello, Mr. Marder. So at this point, I wish I had a high explosive shell loaded. But, you know, oh, someone else kills him. That's fine, I got some damage on him. We have a Hetzer, who just appears to be sitting in our base, looking decidedly AFK. I think he does actually wake up later on, I can't remember. Anyway. The game so far, in terms of score, is pretty even. They've lost 2 Tier 4s and 2 Tier 3s, we've lost a Tier 4 and 3 Tier 3s. We've lost 4 tanks each. Oh, we just got another one of theirs, so we just nudge ourselves into the lead. Now, our artillery is referring to tanks that are out sort of J12, K12. There is at least 1 heavy over there. It turns out there's actually 2. There's both the KV1 and the BDR. For some reason they decided that the town wasn't where they were going to hang out. Don't ask me. So he's just saying, you know, artillery's saying go and spot them. Oh, I'm not going to drive across that open ground towards them. And you can see the gun depression on this thing. Now this is where I make a mistake, I think. So I fire an AP shell and I get a penetration on that BDR. But I'm really paranoid about the pen on this gun, so I switch to high explosive. There's a cruiser over there, I lob a HE shell at him for 126. Again for 56, it's really unreliable. If I'd had AP loaded there, I might have killed him. then my high explosive, I think it tracks that KV1 maybe, but it's not achieving a great deal, so we switch back to the BDR. But you can see we're not really doing a great deal to him either. We've tracked him, so I must confess, I'm not enormously impressed. This is one of the first times I've really used HE with this gun, 37. I'm not colossally impressed with the high explosive performance. There we go, we're now out of high explosive anyway, so we switch back to AP. And then we penetrate him. I mean, so we just fire a few more shots over there. I'm not enormously impressed with the HE performance. It seems to be a little bit lacking, a bit lackluster. It'll track people and that's grand, but I don't know. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Anyway, it's only 75mm HE to be fair. So, okay, there's a Stuart there. Put some damage into him. No idea where that shot went, probably hit the ground or something. As I say, this gun is not very accurate. And we have another shot or two over there, but no, he's dead. No, sorry, that was the BDR. BDR is dead, so we're 2 tanks up. So this is looking okay. Our KV1 is on 3 kills. Now that might sound pretty good, but it actually turns out when you look at the score screens at the end, you'll see he's got 3 kills, yeah, but he hasn't actually done a huge amount of damage. I'm not criticising him. He went through the town and there wasn't actually that much in the town, but I'm just saying, you know, kills aren't everything. And we've actually done more damage to date, I believe, than he does throughout the entire game. Oh, there we go. Good job, artillery. People whinge and moan about artillery sometimes, but it is very useful to have it. Especially for situations like that, where the tanks you have facing off against an enemy tank might struggle to take him out. There we go, I say, our Hetzer has arrived. And our artillery is saying good teamwork. Yeah, it was. But yeah, so artillery is great for taking on those targets that you can't deal with yourself. You just have to spot them and oh lord. Now, their artillery, their Gorilla in particular, played a very good game. He's on 3 kills. He does a lot of damage this game. He inflicts an awful lot of damage on our team. Now, one thing you might notice is that I've got binocular telescopes and a camo now. I also actually have a repair kit on this tank. That's not because that's the equipment I would recommend. That's because I don't yet have the money to buy a dedicated set of equipment for this tank. As I say, I haven't had it very long. And that's just my communal set of kit that does the rounds. I have a communal repair kit, so toolbox, binocular telescopes, and camo net. So I just whack it on tanks, because why not? I mean, the view range on this isn't brilliant, but it will help. Every little helps. The toolbox especially on this is quite useful. The crew are currently sitting at around 80%. It's my T34 crew. I'm grinding through the T34. I say grinding, I actually quite like it. I'm going through the T34. Don't have any skills on him yet. So I'm just using this to train them up a bit more, and because I want money, and this is a tier 5 anyway, and it's a premium, so it's not bad at making money, so I'm just using it for some crew XP and to grind out a few credits, basically. So we have a TD up there that has found some of their artillery, and oh, we just lost another one, and I have a shot over toward that artillery, but no. So what I'm trying to do here is cut across ground, find a bush, and although my view range isn't brilliant, try and use the binocular telescopes, the extra 25% view range it gives me, to see if I can spot anything. So the tanks left on each side are actually pretty damn even. They've got 2 artillery, we've got 2 artillery. They've got an 82, we've got an 82. They've got a Matilda, the British tier 4, and we've got me in the Matilda 4. The British Matilda arguably actually gets a better gun and has better armour for its tier. It's the same armour scheme basically, slightly different turret, but it's the same armour scheme. But the British Matilda's a tier lower. So the teams are actually pretty even at the moment. Perhaps slightly worryingly, the remaining players on their team have 5 kills, the remaining players on our team have 2. But, as I said before, kills aren't everything. We actually get top XP from this game, and so far you can see we have 0 kills. So, you know, kills don't tell the whole story. especially not once you hit tier 5+. So if you're in a tier 2 game where everyone's in a light tank and you've all got 150 health, then yeah, kills can be, not always, but can be a pretty good metric to use. But oh god, ugh. I didn't have much time to get that shot off, but the gun just isn't reliable enough to do that at long range. But hello. Oh, it damages his tracks. Oh dear, that was annoying. But there's their Matilda. Matilda's being slowly chipped down. I think that's by our 82. So it looks like our 82 is using the 6-pounder gun. And just back off, and oh, I see, long range work is really not where this gun shines. Oh, this gun doesn't shine doing anything, but it's not a long range weapon. Oh, we bounce. Bounce again. Yeah, that was a dreadfully aimed shot. And you can't really aim for weak spots with this thing, but there you see, on the front of the Matilda there's kind of a triangle of armour on the upper front plate, and there's a flat part at the front of that triangle, and if you can hit there, okay, you're still dealing with 70 odd millimeters of armour, but it's flat, it's not angled, and this gun can deal with that. Oh, and suddenly we're looking a little bit better. So we lost our 82 to that gorilla, but then I nailed their Matilda. Our gorilla nails their Stugpanzer, their other artillery. I say good job, Artie, because yeah, it was a good job. And ooh, things are still a bit tense. So they still have an 82, which is a tough proposition. Those things have armour, and I will struggle if I meet that. That will be a job for our artillery, basically. And they have this gorilla, which we know is nearby the capsule. In fact, I basically know he's somewhere around here. Someone says, where's the last tank? Never mind the Artie, that's our M37. Well, yeah, fair enough, but, you know, I don't know where he is. I haven't got a clue. He does turn up later on. Yeah, he's not AFK. There he is. Now, this is actually quite good. He's near our base. I can't get back there in time, but I will get to their base before he gets to ours. So if I can just get this artillery, and there we go. And he does actually. He smacks me. And he damages my gun, knocks out my track, doesn't do much damage. So now we've basically won this, because I'm just going to go to the cap circle. Their 82 is slow. The 82 is a very slow machine. It is not fast enough to come back to their cap circle to reset me. There's 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. That's enough time to capture their base. I'm in their capture point. He's not close enough to ours to get in it. He can't. Well, the artillery isn't happy, but don't know why we've won. He can't force a draw. The best he can do is kill both of our artillery and gain a few capture points, but we win. Which is nice. So I'm just speeding this up a little bit because watching someone sit in a cap point isn't particularly exciting. Our artillery resets him a couple of times. He kills one of our artillery. I cap the base, we win, I get the Invader medal. And top XP, about 800 odd damage. So, you know, not a bad game in the Matilda 4, and I think my best game to date. And I quite like this tank. As I say, I'm under no illusions as to whether it's particularly good or not. I don't think it is all that good. But I have fun in it, so I'm happy. Anyway, I hope you found it vaguely entertaining, watching me trundle across a field in a not particularly quick machine. And feel free to join me on the next one. Bye bye.